Dude,
that they had for
yes.
Nats.
The
The
fucking
Murica
yeah.
with the eagle mullet.
I think the most ironic
didn't
thing
like
about
it.
that was the dudes that were selling them were the fucking British. Like I walk up to the table.
Fuck yeah.
I walk up to the table to get mine, and the dude turns down. He's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello."
That's awesome.
Dude, that's
fucking
just
awesome.
outsourcing production. That's America as fuck.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 45 of Big Deck Energy. We're going to be going over our weekend in Fab. It was a big weekend.
Yeah, did you guys play in any armories?
Four of us. All
Who played in
four of
one?
us played in the Calling, played in the Battle Hardened, and there was a big group of us there. A lot of us played a lot of side events.
Yeah.
US Nats was awesome.
A buddy of
It was a
ours
great
was
time.
selected to play in the Welcome to Wraith Alpha draft.
Yeah. Shout out to Tanner, dude.
He
Can't
got
believe
his
it.
pink snatch.
He did.
Congratulations, Tanner, on your pink snatch.
That's what his goal was.
It was
getting some pink snatch.
I heard the yelling from like across the convention hall. There was a cold foil tunic that was open during the draft.
That was crazy.
And
just like the flood of people just like running over there. Honestly, it reminded me of like the Pokemon Go days.
Yeah.
in
Where
the
like
same,
people, Electabuzz! just like running down the street in St. Paul. Like,
in
hundreds of people.
the same box, cold foil Snapdragon scalers,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
which
what he
was
said.
insane.
Double cold foil box.
Crazy.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's just
Come
unheard
on.
of for a Welcome to Raid box to have the double cold foil.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You,
that
you
was
hear more stories about a like non-cold foil box, like of
that
those old ones.
had to just be an incredible experience. As well as some news about the big announcement that happened at the end of the weekend. I think all four of us are very excited about it.
Yep. I am.
Speak
For
for
very
yourself,
different
but
reasons, I think.
Okay, fine. All four of us have opinions on it
there you go. That's better.
that we will talk about. I don't think we'll go super in depth into it, but let's get.
No, we'll just talk about the cards
Let's
and
get
the
started
heroes.
about the weekend.
Do a little dive.
Josh, did you play in an armory this weekend?
I did.
You played in an armory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the biggest one you could play in, I guess, right?
No, it was great. It was fantastic. It was an awesome weekend. Met so many people.
So many people.
I played okay, especially now for like not having as much life to like person to person
Yeah,
competition. Just Talishar.
it's a lot
but
different,
it was-
man. You get in the hall and you're playing
Yeah.
across from someone, dude.
It's flesh and blood.
Yeah, baby.
So I was glad I was able to make that out there. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it is
should
good.
have. It was in Minneapolis, so
Right in our
I can't.
backyard.
I can't regret a single thing about it. Great facility. Thank you to the Minneapolis Convention Center for having us. But I played okay.
Did
I
you?
went
you
3
did
and
you just?
4.
Were you just there Saturday, Sunday, or you didn't come
Saturday,
Friday? Did you?
Sunday. I didn't go Friday.
Right.
I had a buddy coming into town, so that's what even draws flesh and blood. You bring new friends.
Yeah.
Sad that they didn't play, but
Well, yeah. Drew was saying like he has Victor built, but he has like zero testing into it. And
Yep.
$70 for a calling's kind of tough with like literal zero
Yeah.
testing, you know, on Victor in this meta.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Play
That would
side
seem
events.
tough, man. Yeah, I guess. Play some sealed or something like that, right?
but no, it was
We're
great
gonna
that
like randomly shout out a lot of people in this
Yeah.
episode, I'm sure. So
we met a ton
just,
of people. It was awesome.
yeah, just a forewarning on that. But Bailey, Friday, PQ Plus. Did you play in the PQ Plus that day?
No, I
You didn't show
was
up?
not there for the PQ Plus. I think no,
You
I
came
wasn't
late,
working
right?
on Friday. Yeah, I came down
Yep.
with Wes, but I did play in the Part the Misfail Sealed for the Flick Flack promo, which was cool. the promo itself was not cool. Every single flick flack that was given out looked like a Pringle.
Yeah, they look like they've been sitting on Josh's basement table.
They were
All these
curled at
Pringles.
like a 45-degree angle. So mine right now still is in an inner sleeve, in a Dragon Shield sleeve, in a top loader, smushed under like 5 books.
I was just gonna say, you gotta
Trying
do
to
the book
flatten
trick.
it out.
Yeah.
I broke my nickname in that event, and in a complete curveball went 0-1 drop.
I don't know how much of a curveball that is.
My pool was so bad.
What'd you draft?
I drafted Zen.
Or wait, was it sealed?
Yeah, it was sealed. I built Zen
Yep.
because my Enigma pool was abysmal. My new pool was abysmal. And my Zen pool was only slightly better. I opened like 1 Majestic for new, but the rest of the deck was just like unplayable. Like I didn't have any reactions really. I don't know. I kind of noticed that as I was playing in some of these like side events, like these sealed events, like it's really inconsistent across the packs. Like I know in previous sets, the packs have kind of been like in a 3-hero set, it'll be like ninja card, illusionist card, assassin card, generic,
Yep.
and then like the talented versions of those or something like that. And it just felt like there was a lot of packs where it was like, here's 3 assassin cards, 0 ninja cards, and
Really?
like 2 illusionist cards. Yeah, there was a couple that were like that. So
Yeah.
it just led to some really like inconsistent pools. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really play in any of the sealed events, so no experience there. Cliff, you and I played in the PQ Plus though, correct?
Yeah, I was there on Friday in the PQ Plus with you. It honestly went pretty good.
Yeah, on Riptide, right?
Definitely. Yeah, this was the first event I brought my Riptide concoction to. He was supposed to be my spicy deck, you know. And then I keep hearing other people bringing Riptide, and funnily enough, round 1 I got a mirror into another Riptide.
And
I was sitting there and I'm like, "You're on Riptide?" He's like, "Yeah." "You're on Riptide?" I'm like, "Yeah." But we got into the game and he was on the really go wide Riptide. The one that plays, he was actually on Prismatic Leyline, which I thought was really interesting. That one was a really fun game, and I ended up getting him on a trap kill, I believe, at the end of the game.
nice.
Love it.
Your traps
Round 2,
were either
I'm
on
trying to-
fire or absolutely abysmal this weekend. It sounded like, dude.
Weren't you gunning for the big Riptide card on the prize wall?
Yeah, I did want the big prize wall Riptide card. Somebody's managed to get the tickets for that and walk out with it. He was actually going around getting Riptide players' signatures on it.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was sick. I can't remember the hero I played in the second match. Oh, I think it was the Victor I lost to on the CNC pummel at the end game for Exactsies.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yep.
Good old
I
CNC
did
pummel.
a Codex of Frailty to get a Murky,
God, that's like a
and
classic.
then chop Murky off to get him down to 2. And then he just threw a CNC and a pummel next turn. I was like, oh, if I had
Tale of
actually
oldest
blocked
time.
with my trench, I would have lived with 1. So, learning experience.
Yeah. for
Round
sure.
3 was another Riptide. This one was the complete opposite end of the spectrum from round 1. He was on the full trap build defensive Riptide running Dreadbore. Dreadbore is kind of a spooky bow when you're a Riptide.
Yeah.
If you're not aware of what the text on that bow is, it's defense reactions cannot be played from hand to your arrows. So Riptide's whole mechanism of play a trap, arsenal a card to play a trap, kind of goes out the window.
Yep.
It gets a lot harder to cycle your cards when you can't play half of them from your hand. You know?
Yep.
Ended up getting the win on that one.
Do you have Dreadbore in your list?
It's a sideboard tech. It's
And-
mainly for the mirror match.
Yeah, right. I was gonna ask if you like do bring it in, and
Did you end up playing it at all?
Yes, for both the Riptide matches, I ended up playing Dread for it.
nice,
Okay.
good call.
I said that, I sat down from him and I was spooked with it. I'm sure they kind of feel the same way, except the really aggro Riptide.
Yep.
He kind of doesn't care. He just does his thing. He ended up throwing like 6 arrows at me one turn, which was spooky. Presented like 27 damage.
Oof.
Yeah, unfortunately, my little chip damage inertia tokens prior were doing a good job at minimizing everything. I'm going to be really honest. I don't really remember the other games from that day. I just remember those 3. I remember the rest were sloggy, close,
What was
and at the end of the day,
what was your record?
I went back and checked. I was 3-4 that day.
Okay, because I think in the calling you were cooking there for a while in contention, but yeah, that must have been the day I was thinking of. For a second, I thought it was the PQ plus, but I went 6-2. I went 6-2 in the PQ plus. I started out 4-0, dude, and I hadn't played a Mistville hero in the first 4 rounds.
Really?
I did not. No, I did not. First round, I played a Dash IO. I fatigued him pretty handedly. I mean, it was, it didn't feel very close. Felt good to just be handed kind of one of your good matchups, first round on the day.
Yep.
And then actually, funny story about round 2, I played one of the guys that we sponsored, Robert. And didn't even know it. Right? It was an awesome game too. He was on Riptide, and you know what, Cliff? I will say this guy put my back against the wall way more than your Riptide ever has, dude. I was sweating bullets, dude. But he went with the go
You
wide.
say that we have not played a game.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't
So,
finish. We didn't technically finish that one testing game that you and I did play. It's been a while since we.
And you had something to go.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But no, him and I had a great game. But afterwards, it was funny. I was like, telling him about the pod and stuff, and I was like, yeah, dude, like, give us a listen. And he's like, oh yeah, actually some guy was supposed to meet up with me and give me a shirt and some packs. I was like, is his name Tyler? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's me. I have your shirt's right here, your packs are right here, bro. We just like got there late, and I wasn't able to like give anyone shirts when we planned on it. So like throughout the weekend I was trying to give out the shirts and stuff to people, but it was just it was hilarious how it all worked out. But I was 2-0 at that point. Played a Levia in the third round. We both ended up transforming. Those games are always really fun because like they're pretty fair. You just like do efficient attacks and blocks, and you usually both end up transforming, and it's kind of a fun close game.
Yep.
Round 4, played a KO, beat it, just typical value town. 4-0 at that point. I was like feeling fucking invincible, and then I run into a Zen, right?
Yep. Rough matchup.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandon. He had actually heard about the podcast. I didn't even have to tell him about us. That was cool. It was the first time that someone knew about us, and he cooked me. Proceeded to just cook me. A couple good Art of War turns. Did his thing, and I wasn't really mad at it, I know Zen was probably like a problem for me going into it. And then I played a nude, and I did want to shout out to my opponent in this game as well, Will. This man threw 2 missed blade daggers at me. I blocked the first one, second one hits. He plays a Levels of Enlightenment with Go Again. He drew a card, gives it the +2. Then plays a Weakest Link, and in reactions plays the instant Transcend, gives it Go Again, right? And Flick Knives in the reaction step to give the next blue to go again. And activates Hero, goes to my Banish, plays a couple 6 attacks, or he plays a 6 and a 5. Like, it was like 24 damage or some bullshit. And here I'm thinking going into the tournament, news don't do enough damage. You guys heard me say it for weeks, like I'm pretty good into new. I got smoked by News in this tournament, dude.
No.
Yeah, the whole weekend. I think I won 1 game against New and lost 3 or 4.
I saw the ending of half your games, and it was...
They were all very close. Like, I didn't feel like I might have been like down on my performance in terms of just like this day 1 I went 6-2 and bubbled. I was like, that felt awesome. The rest of the weekend was not not very good. I started 0-2 in the other 2 tournaments and had to claw back to like basically even in each of them. Just fighting for elo really at that point. You know, you guys kind of like heard me just probably was annoying the fuck out of you all day. Like, come on boys, let's go. Got to get that elo. Like, just down 1-3 and shit in the calling. Like it was not good.
I mean, most of the time it felt like you were just going down and then back up, and you were just
So it'd be down, and then up a little bit because I get a win, and then down again and up. You know, it was just like, oh, it was bad. It was bad. But so yeah, I actually lost to that new. So second I hit the Mistvale Heroes.
Yep.
Teklo fucking crumbles, of course.
they're strong.
Yep. So
The most played hero at
Yep.
nationals was
all 3 tournaments. I think the top 5 had all 3 of them in it.
Yep.
Represented heroes. Pretty crazy. And Bailey,
Oh,
you were right. Nats most played. Zen. Shout out to the winner of
Boys,
Nats
I just
as well.
remembered something
Yep.
horrible. So the pro quest is when I was a teammate seeking missile, apparently, because that was the day I played both Dylan and Carter. And do y'all remember what Dylan did to me, to my poor unfortunate soul?
Oh, he dishonored you turn 0.
Turn 0 dishonored me as Riptide.
Yeah, because you got greedy. You tried to filter cards or some bullshit, didn't you?
Yeah, he just passed priority, and I was like, fuck it. So I pitched a Barbed Undertow and to fail to find so I could draw a card. And then he just goes off, breaks all of his equipment getting there. I was like, oh no, if I can just block the Dishonor, I'm okay. And then he got the double Dishonor off. It's like, all right, cool,
Yep.
I lose.
Yeah,
Great.
he learned that trick back in the Lexi meta when I would always play Lexi. I'd be like, dude, if you just pass, you still have an action. You got that CNC, and they go to load. You know, like it's sneaky. It's awesome. After that, though,
I've been caught with that before.
yeah, it sucks. You just never do it. You just never do it. Like it's not worth it. You know, filtering cards not worth it. Getting Dishonored turn 0.
No.
But after that, I actually redeemed myself and beat a Zen in round 7. So I was like 5-2 at that point. So that was fucking awesome. And it was a close game. It was a 1-1. Shouldn't have won the game. Really didn't feel like I should have won the game. Just snuck out with the Singularity Transform and like, you know, double discard, 12 damage plus all the tanks after that. Pretty wild. And then last matchup, dude, I get handed to Victor. I was just like, oh my God, I got a chance here, you know? Like I shouldn't be thinking that going into the games, but like I sat down and I was like, I just 6-2'd, you know? So, and then yeah, that game was like the Victor games go, you know? His pummels really never lined up. My sinks and unmovables were great against his overpowers and stuff. But I ended up bubbling out in the PQ, kind of blows, but placed 14th. There was 154 players there. Like I felt good because Teklo just like kind of sucks in this meta, and it's more evident now than ever to me. I talk a lot of shit about that tech and how good he is, and like I love him, and I think he's good in spots for sure. But dude, these Misfile heroes are a problem.
Yeah,
I have to figure something out.
They're strong as shit.
I just don't like feeling like anytime I sit down against now I'm bad against new too. So I don't know. More snags?
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny. Sidebar. By the end of the tournament, I was so sick and tired of blocking up front and having them go over the top of me that I was like throwing in my red immovables against new, trying to just like say, no, you react first, bitch. I'll just fucking try to like answer your reaction.
Yeah.
And like it was actually good in the game that I won against new, so maybe, I don't know. But I was like doing testing in the calling. It's not good.
No.
Not a time to be doing it.
No.
Fucking sucked.
Should have your deck dialed.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up playing, what was it, 3-4 in the calling?
Yeah.
And then I dropped with one
I started
round left.
0-2 in the calling. That fucking sucked.
Yeah.
It was not good.
I went into Jeff, Riptide.
Yeah.
Very good Riptide player.
Yeah, dude, there were so many Riptides. I saw like a lot of Riptides on the day. It's kind of crazy.
No. Just second round I played an Enigma. Played well. Comboed off. Was able to get a Ancestral Harmony and double Art of War turn. That just is way too much power.
Feels good against Enigma, the Zen deck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. In CC,
It doesn't feel too bad.
yeah, I feel like you could probably just like put together the turn that you need to against them almost always.
If you're able to just...
They can never have enough board.
Aura. No, they can't build a board state.
Yeah.
I will say, though, played a second Enigma and a sealed.
That's different though.
Got Cosmic Awakening.
Nice.
I just got to bring that up because that was
awesome.
wild. I watched him pitch or do the 3-chi. I'm like, no joke. Is he actually doing it? And I was only able to push him down to like 2 or 3. And he just 20. I was like,
yeah,
can't do much. I'm at 9. Have 11 block in hand. Use my equipment.
Yeah.
But it was rough.
Did you end up dropping in the calling, or did you finish out the 8 rounds?
No, okay. I played 7.
Yeah. Yep.
And one of them, my opponent didn't show.
Ooh,
which is
free
sad.
win, free dub. There you
I
go.
wanted to play him. Played a big shout out to Christopher. He was my last round, and he played out of Lakeville. He was another local. He was like, I heard about you.
Oh, yeah,
guys.
is
I
that
played.
Chris Kramer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Super cool dude.
I've played against him a couple times throughout the years. Yep.
But other than that, I mean, win-loss.
Yeah, dude. Dude, there's a lot of that. Cliff, weren't you like cooking there in the calling for a second, like 4-1?
No. What I started off really strong in the
about?
calling because I went
Battle-hardened?
2-0 right away in the calling. Yeah, the Battle Harden was really good for me. We'll get to that.
Okay,
later
yeah.
when we're covering that.
Okay.
But
I'm just an idiot. I can't keep the day straight.
I was 2-0, and what was the first hero that I matched up into? Oh God, it's gonna kill me not being able to remember because the second game I played into Enigma, and that was slow, grindy, and we actually went to time, and the opponent conceded to me because of how the game state was.
That's pretty cool.
Round one was
an honorable mention of your opponent because like you just don't see a lot of that. I feel like, I mean, you'd think you'd see more of it. People are so happy to tie, dude. They just do not want to take an L. You know, sometimes I've done it too. Like I did it one time in a PQ and it did not feel good. I probably could have conceded or should have, I guess, in some certain. Anyways. Not to cut you off, Cliff, but
no, you're good. Like I said, I think now that I remember, Zen was round 1, and I ended up getting the win on Zen. The prior had a couple L's on Zen because I was being a little bit greedy, trying to hold on to stuff. Ended up costing me. I was taking too much damage to get something back, but I figured it out by that time. So I was like, all right, sweet. Then I found 3 KOs. And for some reason,
don't you have all the practice in the world against Wes, dude?
I have all the practice in the world, but there's a certain card that has since been excommunicado from my deck. Ripwire Trap. That card is certainly living up to its name as a trap. It cost me all 3 of those games. I shouldn't say all 3. There was one KO game. The guy was just steaming me the entire time.
Yeah, you were complaining about that card. It seemed like quite a bit.
Yeah,
throughout the weekend.
Yeah, that card is gone from my deck. Maybe as a one-of into Azalea just to stop on hits, or Prism to stop the arrow on hits.
Yeah.
But for now, me and that card are not on speaking terms. I don't acknowledge its existence. Later in the day, played into a dash, which I'm pretty comfortable in the dash matchup. You know, I'm just going to do my kind of game plan with the mid-range, block your stuff, shoot an arrow. Soon enough, his deck was obviously pretty low, and after that, I was just able to push damage. Funnily enough, I ran into him when we were coming in for the Battle Hardened the next day, and the guy's like, hey, going on? And we were talking a bit. He's like, yeah, I brought an extra induction chamber just for you. I was like, oh, thanks.
Fuck yeah. That's funny.
Ended 3-4 on the calling. I went 3-4, dropped. I think I went and played in the same event Josh did.
Yep.
And yeah, I think I 0-1 dropped out of that one too.
Calling.
All told, I was honestly happy with how the calling went. I really was. I was very upset at my choice that I felt like it wasn't the deck that cost me. It was my choice of traps that cost me to run into those matchups.
Sure. Yeah, I got you.
So we live and learn. I was very pleased with how Riptide was performing for the most part, though, for those 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started my calling 0-2, dude. It sucked. I played Taylor Crawford round 1 in an actual banger of a fucking game, dude. And that was the game I was telling you guys about where, like, I just, like, saw my evos. It was like double evo turn. Like drew 2 evos early. Got to play one Arsenal, the other instant speed, the other one in or whatever. And then I like hit singularity. It was like turn 1 was 3 reds and a singularity or some shit. I had a filter and just like Arsenal singularity and hope to. It was a wild game.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to see a tank in like 2 turns at the end. Just didn't see one. Wasn't able to like pitch stack. So I was seeing my first cycle when I transformed, and I never liked to do that.
Yep.
But was kind of forced to because it's Zen, and Zen is scary as fuck. So I figured I should probably try to kill him as fast as possible. But yeah, lost that game. Played a KO that wouldn't stop rolling 5s and 6s.
I saw that game too.
This man, I think he missed once. Didn't roll a 1. He just missed the 2 actions one time. Had gambler's gloves on the table. Didn't even need to activate it throughout the game. He had a double blood rush and rolled the 6 on that turn. I think I only took like 7 damage on that turn.
Like weighted dice at all?
No, of course not, dude. But it was fucking insane. It got to the point where just like you could see it in his face. He's just like, okay, like he, like
What's
that
going
look
on?
of where it's like, I promise I'm not cheating. Like the guy felt bad. Like, man, I'm not fixing it. I swear, this is just the dice sometimes. But hey, that's just what happens.
If it's working, it's working.
Oh my god! Every time he didn't have an agility, it was like scabby. Oh, dude, it was terrible.
It feels bad getting caught. You watch him roll that dice. You're like, my God, please just roll a 1, and a 5 or a 6 comes up. It's like, no, please.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm like comfortable into KO. Like they're just not doing anything I haven't seen, and like, I've had a ton of practice into it. It's these misfail heroes. Like I'm gonna keep saying it.
Yeah.
Those are the heroes that. I mean, really, I think I heard a lot of people complaining about the heroes over the weekend. Did you guys ever hear a lot of that?
I heard somebody say they need to ban bonds. Like you can't ban bonds.
Yeah, I mean, people call for bans anytime things are good.
Kills Skatsu.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I heard
You can't play the Dishonored.
Traverse.
Well, it's a legendary.
I think people are too quick to call for bans.
Well, you see the impact of these 3 heroes, and these 3 might be more impactful than Tails was in its time.
Tales of Mysteria.
We've compared the sets, but these 3 honestly might be just better. They just like blew it out of the fucking water. And honestly, I'm here for it, dude. Let's fucking go. I'll play Teklo into these Zens. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll figure something out, dude. And Enigma, I'll just dodge them.
I don't know. Are you going to look me in the eye and tell me that a Zen's going to kill an old him, or Zen's going to kill a Lexi or a Briar or any of the new heroes? They'll have a shot, but
Zen can.
Zen absolutely could.
You saw it. Zen does 50 damage, dude.
Lexi doesn't want to block,
work.
and she can't output 50 damage back. Let's see him do that with
Frostbite tokens. Let's see him do that with Frostbite tokens. Let's see him do that through the myriad of little tricks the Arya heroes had. This is a good set, and this is on the right.
This is
up and up.
A great meta for an ice hero.
100.
It's kind of sad. I mean, we'll get into Rosetta, but
it's sad.
It's kind of sad that we're not seeing it because we need some Frostbites in our life right now, man.
No Frostbites. We're past that time.
Well, dude. This Zen deck, man. Well, so like I started 0-2. I beat a Zen in round 3. So like I went 2-2 I think on the weekend against Zens. Or no, maybe I lost again on Sunday to some Zens. But like I can beat that deck, and they do have middling turns.
Yep.
Depending on the build, like I've seen some really consistent decks. The Kadachi Zen, I think that's the deck Taylor Crawford was on. It was kind of crazy. It was just like a very consistent type of Zen deck playing the full bonds dishonor. Yeah, in the finals. Kind of wild, huh? He like didn't have a weapon at the end, but it didn't even matter.
You don't. I mean, when you have the tiger taming, it doesn't really feel like you have a weapon.
Shout out to it was Evan Herndon, I think his name was, and Andrew Rothermel, the local.
Yeah. No, I saw Andrew a few times.
It was so fun. I saw a tweet from Yuki Lee Bender about the Zephyr Needle Zen. And it was Zephyr Needle Zen is beautiful. I love the part of the game where he transcends and leaves behind all his worldly possessions. Such a flavor win.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
And
kind of fitting that like one of these Mistvale heroes won it all too. You know, I mean, it really is. You got to see the strength of it in the finals too. Like that was an incredible match from both sides. It's well played. Andrew's local to Minnesota, and that guy just like kills it on the local scene
all the time.
I mean, he's just always winning, just kicking everyone's ass.
How many PQs did he win this last PQ season?
Like 5. 4 or 5, I think.
Do you think he's got like a chalkboard somewhere and he's got your name written on it? And he puts a tally under it every time he kicks you out of the top 8.
He might.
No.
No,
if he doesn't, he might now.
He played very well.
Here's this.
I saw him a few times.
He's almost getting ready to do that cross stripe and start the next tally tie.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't even remember who I played round 4. I know I played an Enigma in the calling. Shout out to Tristan. This guy got an IP2, showed up late, and still just proceeded to like double Miragi me, put the counter on the fucking thing, swing for 10, go again, 8, go again. I'm just like, well, man, come on, dude. Just IP2 didn't even matter, dude. I just fucking folded. So my plan of like seeing the AB Evos early just didn't work, you know. It was a weekend of just inconsistencies and plans just not working, you know, like they kind of did in testing or I got to figure something out for the Enigma matchup. That's kind of like my big takeaway from the weekend. Yeah. Every time I played an Enigma, I lost. I was not beating them.
Enigma balls, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. You know how many times you said that to me over the weekend? My God.
It's factual, though.
I did want to shout out to Nicholas Wolverton as well. He was on Levia. Him and I probably played like my most favorite game.
Really?
Yeah, just like we just had fun, man. We were just talking shit the whole time and like kind of laughing together, and we transformed, and like it was like, again, it was like that thing of where like both heroes are transforming and doing their thing at the end, and it's just like a battle and a race to do the big combo. It might have been one of my it was definitely one of my like most memorable matchups. He was a good player too. We both played very clean. It was very close. The Levia, like the Brute games always seem like that, where they're just like, I'm sub 10 when I transform, always. I have to play like the cleanest game.
Yep.
But at this point, it's just like, I know exactly what to block and where to block and stuff, you know?
Yep.
So it's not as hard as it kind of used to be for me. I was losing to KO all the time.
With Zen, it's just a race.
Well, Zen just like does their thing. If they do their thing before I have any armor to block, like if I can go turn 1 and just do like fucking Evo, Arsenal Evo, just double Evo right there, or like hit my Fabricate, banish 1, you know, just like set something up on turn 1. Like I have a chance. Like you have a ton of armor to block their shit, but
yeah, I played a KO, Matthew Meehan.
Yeah,
he was on KO and did his Blood Rush turn like 2. I was toast. He's like, it's a race. I just got there faster. I'm like, yeah, it is. I hate those matchups when it's a race.
Yeah.
Because it's so much variance. Because Zen doesn't want to block.
Yep.
But if I take a 25 damage turn, I'm toast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're pushing more than that sometimes.
I know.
But I finished out the calling with 2 wins just to go even. I went 4-4 in the day. Fucking kind of sucked. Played a Prism and a Victor in the last 2. And, after day 1, it was definitely a different feel.
Yep.
Would have loved to like do better in the calling. I know one of our teammates, Carter, day 2'd, so shout out to him, dude. That was dope. He was playing there for a while.
He placed 17th.
On new.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking awesome, dude.
Did you guys...
I also just realized I forgot something else about my calling. I once again found the man Grant again. I found him at every single one of the last big events we've gone to, and we've just been in this back and forth of knocking each other out.
That's awesome.
He got me this time with his Dash.io deck, but I see the name and I'm like, oh. And I go walking over to the table and I'm sitting down, see him walking over, and we both hit each other with the shrug, like, you gotta be kidding. Right?
Yeah. Him and I were
in the
sitting
middle of the game.
Oh, sorry.
And you're good. I got 2 cards in hand because I was blocking out from his previous turn. Amp Arb Castaway, failed to find, and then I Codex. I Codex back a Heat Seeker and shoot that Heat Seeker back. And Graham's like, that's just a really clean play. That's just great because you're presenting the 6-card arsenal as well as just the 5 break point. And I was like, yeah. So I was validated in my love of Heat Seeker for Riptide for doing that type of shenanigan.
That card's sick.
Very much so. I just had to shout that out before I forgot it again.
Yep. No, Grant and I were like playing next to each other basically all day in the ProQuest. Him and I were both up there. I think he 6'2'd as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Friday. Might have been Friday. But I was like sitting next to him.
He's been cooking with that dash deck.
I know. I was watching. I was peeping from the side. At one point, he had like 5 items out on his opponent. When I was sitting next to him, I was like, sheesh. What the hell is this guy doing?
Cooking.
Fucking
Oh, there was a great turn where he had like 4 boom grenades out on like 2 red and then 2 yellow, or maybe it was even 3 red and a yellow boom grenades out.
Yeah.
And he throws a 3 power attack. And so I tar pit trap it. And what that says is your boom grenades aren't going to hit. So I block out that 3 trap and turn the boom grenades hit off for the next one, which ended up being his last boost attack that turn. So that 1 trap just saved me anywhere from 10 to 15 life because it turned off the on hit for the boom grenades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom grenade was... I think, Dash.io was the very first game I played on the weekend. And that card just seems kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Because a few times it was coming in instant speed and just like hitting for 4 for like, well, I guess they have to pay 1, right? Still, because it's a 0 cost. So it's not a 0 for 4 in the reactions, but it's still 1 for 4, just like hiss and this like Fang Strike shit.
You gain an action point.
Yeah. Wait.
And a counter on the pistol.
Yeah, I suppose, because of the crank. Yeah. That card's nuts.
Yep.
I mean...
And it's just not nice when coming in for 4, so you block 3 and you take 5.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What about Sunday? We all played in the Battle Hard, and it seemed like we fucking... Dude.
Well, Bailey, you played in the calling, right?
Yeah. I scrubbed out after 3 rounds. It was... not a good time. Went 0-3 on it on Azalea and decided that I was gonna go play some side events on Saturday and proceeded to get my nuts kicked in there too.
Not a good weekend for you, huh?
It honestly was
brother.
not. No, Sunday was slightly better. I picked up my first and only win of the weekend. And then proceeded to get my nuts kicked in again the round immediately afterwards in Shapeshifter Sealed.
What about the team sealed you guys did?
Oh my god!
You guys got cooked in that every round?
Oh, too.
I did.
Carter didn't. I got. Well, I told you I got Cosmic Awakening, and then the other one, Zen went second, and I'm toast.
Yeah.
Did the Key Unleashed.
It's pretty good.
Combo where you just return it with Preserved Tradition, and since all the decks were cracked, it was just
round 3 at the calling, Tarek Patel ended up booting me out.
Nice, you got to play against Tarek.
Yeah.
Smashed your ass. What hero was he on?
I do not remember.
That kind of weekend. Huh?
It was that kind of weekend. It was like the roughest weekend of Fab that I have ever played.
Well, that's too bad because, like we said, this is right in our backyard. We were pretty pumped about this. Honestly, though, like I do kind of have that same sentiment a little bit. I walked away a little bummed.
A phenomenal time.
Yes, outside of that, like, dude, the house. We got an Airbnb.
Everything. Like
5 minutes from the convention hall. Like that was incredible.
I don't think I was ever upset while I was playing Flesh and Blood this weekend.
Yeah,
I am just down on my performance.
Yep. I would say
I think a large chunk of that is just me getting fatigued on Azalea. I've played the deck for so long at this point. And I just need something new, I think is what it is. Like I was playing very
not new. Didn't you see his purchase?
I was playing very sloppy. made a last minute call to play Sandscour Great Bow on a more like aim counter focus build, and I don't think it was the bow that made or broke that was the be all end all for the weekend. I think I would have been more comfortable on a Death Dealer build, but like my aim counters were hitting. I had quite a few good judge, jury, executioners that really just like shut people down. Things like that. I could not close out any of my games. I don't know what it was. Like my
I think it was the
non-attack
Sandscour.
to attack ratio was pretty good. No, it helped me hit quite a few like dominate arrows off the top after opting away like a non-attack action or something like that. So it was doing what it was supposed to do and like what my intention was of putting it into the deck. There was only one game that I can think of where not having the card draw on Death Dealer really like bricked my turn.
Yeah.
And I think it was the game that you were watching.
I felt so validated trying to get him off the fucking stupid bow, and I was like, dude, he just lost because he can't draw a card
But
here.
that was
I had to like step
that was
aside
like
with
the
Josh.
the one game
I know.
where it really
Of course
like,
it was
impacted.
too, you know.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
no, I still had a phenomenal time this weekend. Even through the hardship, every single game I played was close.
Yeah. Felt like all my losses were close
Like
to
it
my
said,
wins too. Jesus.
like I said, I just
Everything.
could not like.
Just good
finish.
players at these.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking armory, you know.
It's not us playing our friends half the time. It's
I did not get
The
paired
real
into
deal.
a single teammate. I didn't
Not-
play long enough to get paired
neither
into a
did
single
I.
teammate.
So my theory is dead at big events.
Man, dude, I'm over here playing in like the dregs of the calling, right? And I'm like talking with Wes afterwards, and he's like, dude, I do not belong at these tables. He's like, he played, who did he play?
Yanji
Lee. And he's like, 2 seats down. He's like, I'm sitting over there, like 2 seats down from like Yuki Lee Bender. And like, he's like, I do not belong at these tables. And I'm like, Wes, yes, you do, man.
He's a good fucking player.
He's a fantastic player.
He
I
needs
should have
a-
slid him my Lexi to get Yuki to sign. Dude, that'd have been so hype.
Nice. Yeah, that would have been cool. Cliff, why don't you start? Because you were cooking in the Battle Hardened there for a second. Do you remember any of your games
yeah.
or any memorable Battle Hardened moments on Sunday?
I actually remember out of all the games, the battle hardened ones the most, probably just because they're the freshest. And after the mental fatigue of the weekend, some of
yeah.
like the finer details in the earliers might have slipped. But round one, I played a Prism. The Prism was originally a Nats player, and that was one of the 3 games of the weekend. Like I felt truly on the back foot the whole game. Like he just handed me an L and walked away. I was like, okay, that's cool. Round 2 was into a new. And prior to this, I haven't had too much experience on Riptide into new. I was just like, it's an assassin with mystic things. Watch out for the usual assassin shenaniganry, plus a little extra now. And honestly, game went really well. Ended up taking the dub there off of a Murky Water Dom. Guy's name was Clay Smith. Shout out to him. Sounds like he might be joining the BDE listeners coming up here. So
Hell yeah.
hopefully he'll give us an ear because that game was honestly a lot of fun. I played the first Marvel Codex and he just goes. Game 3 was into another new. That one, same thing, just kind of went into it with they're going to do reactions, assassin things, so just treat it like that. Just get into your game plan. And I was able to do that, ended up getting him as well with a dominated Murky at the end. About 90% of my wins this weekend came from Murky Water. Not going to lie. It wasn't the trap damage. It was just the straight up dominated arrow.
Hell yeah.
So I felt very validated about Murky this weekend. And notably, I was playing 77 cards, technically 80 because they were in my deck list, that they were just annexed to my deck box. Tripwire Trap was not a guest for these games.
Were you running
It
77
felt
main deck
much
into
better.
everyone?
Well, you
At
can't.
the Battle Hardened, pretty much.
Or like 70?
I run about 68 in the main deck.
Jesus.
About that. Yeah, a bit of a chunky boy. I need a little bit of help figuring out what to actually cut into some matches, okay? That's part of what we're working on.
Yeah.
But Tripwire got cut for now, so that's something that I'm happy about.
What'd you
Round
what'd you
4
cut Tripwire for?
At this
Like, what
point,
was
I
the
think
reasoning?
I'm gonna just because there were 3 games that I would have had in the bag if I had drawn a trap I could have played from hand. 3 games this weekend were because I drew 2 Tripwire traps, and if they had been any other trap, I win. So that's
It's
why
gotta
I'm
be
like,
so
okay.
fucking frustrating, dude. It's just like the
because
all
every game
red-handed
I
Teklo.
lost, every game I lost was pretty much because I couldn't get that final trap pin. There's 3 major ones that truly were at that level. So cutting that to these matchups today, I definitely saw a difference in how the deck was functioning, and I was like, okay, so we can make some cuts with these.
We just need a long draw half glove for traps now.
Long draw half glove is for traps, my guy.
Does it let
It's
you
what
put
gets us
anything into
around to having
Arsenal?
all traps. It lets you remove anything from Arsenal.
Oh, right.
So even if it's a face up arrow or a face down trap, you can just put it and a card from hand. Or if you're a lad, you can scoop both Arsenal stones.
I think I only ended
Aren't
up
you-
playing the long draw into like one matchup this weekend.
Aren't you like
Now it's
only
my main board.
Aren't you only saving that for Murky usually? Like every time, it's coming in for like 11 down.
I get the 1 block early gamer to block out a breakpoint, and then it's there as like a emergency cycling if I can't, they don't attack me and just pass priority.
Sure.
I use it to clear my arsenal.
Yeah.
It has worked out though. I think I won 2 games off of just the gloves trigger into a murky water for Dom, just in 7 or 11 dominate arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then it gets me a trap in arsenal.
It's quite good.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that
That
glove
combo, it won me 2 games.
seems
when
playable.
I did
It's gonna
it.
be in all the fucking Ranger decks, you know.
Very playable.
Dude, I only ended up playing the long draw in one matchup this weekend, and I felt so fucking vindicated when I did play it.
Yeah.
Because it was the one matchup the entire weekend where someone did play a Warmongers.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, here's a fucking dominated red in the ledger for 9 still. Like, deal with it. I still ended up losing that game, but I was like, okay, like, I mean, it has, the utility.
Yep. Yeah. My Warmongers were pretty decent when I was playing my Azaleas. I beat 0 of them, but so it wasn't good enough to fucking help me win. I played 2 Azaleas in the battle
The
hard.
like 2 turns after I long drawed through his Warmongers, he played another one when I had a non-attack action in Arsenal, and that's what lost me that game.
Yeah.
I was like, damn
I
it.
think that was the first time I had played an Azalea all weekend. Round 1, I played an Enigma. That really fucking sucked.
Did
in
you
battle hard.
only play the one?
No, I played 2 Azaleas in this tournament.
Okay. There was
Actually,
a
both those
lot
games were very
there.
good games. My opponents
And
were
I
both great dudes.
Dodged every single mirror.
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't see a mirror either. You know,
I didn't even
had
play
one.
a Riptide.
says the Teklo. Although I did see a couple of Teklos in the wild. Shout out to
you
those
got
guys.
a picture with Teklo too.
I did. Got a boost list off a Teklo guy. Sat next to a Teklo at the bottom tables of the Battle Harden. That was incredible. Him and I were actually seated next to each other. I look over. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? It was pretty cool.
Hello, brethren.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
But yeah, I got housed by a pretty good player on Enigma round 1. Lost to Azalea in a fucking close, like grindy fatigue match where I'm blowing up my armor at the end type of game, and he just like had 3 more pumps in deck and then presented all 3 of them in the same turn.
Yep.
And I die. Shout out to Dylan though. That guy, it was good. It was a good game. Round 3 was against a Viserai. This might have been I said my Levia game before was maybe most like enjoyable, but like this game was like so fun. He identified early that I probably had AB, so he like pivoted and started to like go mid range and swing with the arcane damage. He was a fatigue viz, so he just was like leaking arcane early and going against the strategy that his deck is really built on. And then I actually did land my one of Rusted Relic in the deck and sat on it, and he couldn't really build up another really big like turn at the end, and I was able to Singularity. But that was a really really fun game. Shout out to Cody. My opponent was a good dude. Really, really fun and enjoyable game. Round 4, I had the game locked up against New, and I fucking punted to their Fang Strike on a CNC. That was great. Just basically breaking scales. Don't know how many times I've got by breaking scales from Dylan. And as I realized what happened, I'm like, well, there goes Singularity. I'm like, well, I got a Remembrance. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then I look at my Banish. I'm like looking at my Banish later in the game. I'm like, where's my Singularity? Why am I not seeing it? It's in my Banish. I played it like early for some stupid reason. I forgot why. And like, I just lose the game on the spot when I realize it. I have no game plan after that.
Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just like, how did I do this to myself? So that was great. And then the next game though, dude, I got to do the Evo gloves, the AB gloves, pinging for 1 on a Soraya against Prism to close the chain and kill the Soraya. That was fucking filthy. I finally got to do it. Finally got to do it. That might have been my most memorable moment on the weekend, dude, because like I've been thinking about that play and just like dreaming of that play, like please let me just do it. And it's a 1-up
It was
gloves.
the perfect scenario.
Yeah, I drew it on the turn where he attacked with his Soraya. It was great. But then I played an Azalea after that, and this guy brought in Dreadbore, bro. And let me tell you what, that fucking card, like Cliff was saying, is really annoying when you have a deck full of D-Reacts. I had like 12 D-Reacts against them usually.
It's a house.
Well, dude, and you know, it was a real fair, close game, but again, like trying to pitch away my D-Reacts to just filter or park them in Arsenal was a fucking rough going. And then he would just play shit like, you know, Release the Tension. And it's like, brother,
what are you doing?
what's that?
What are you doing?
God, that fucking. But it was again, great game. It was, yeah, dude kind of just cooked me with that Dreadbore. Honestly, it was great tech into me. Lost to Enigma after that. Just conceded after he resolved 10,000 whatever. It was so late in the day in the weekend, and I'm just like, good game, brother. You got it. And then ended with a couple wins. But again, 4-5 on the Battle Hard. It was 9 rounds. Incredibly long fucking Sunday after 16 rounds the 2 days before. But honestly, like you were saying, Bailey, like I never once was not enjoying the games themselves. Like they were all fun. My opponents were all seemed. I mean, I didn't really run into anything there. I know Dylan had a problem with a judge. Dylan was pretty upset and thought like he got gypped kind of at one point. But all of us, for the most part, in terms of like our opponents and play, it was awesome. Yeah. It was incredible. Oh yeah, it was so fucking awesome to see everyone there.
Played a lot of fantastic players.
Oh, the skill level you could feel it, man. You could really feel it. It's like, why am I losing? I'm like, because I'm not at my armory kicking my co-host's ass, But yeah, I mean, it's so hard to even think back and like remember all the great shit. We could sit here and talk forever about it. That testing house was wild, bro. The jacuzzi. We're in the jacuzzi.
Oh my god, yeah, we were sitting out in the. Sorry, I didn't mean to like jump
go
in
ahead,
here,
baby.
but
go ahead. It was incredible,
dude. It was like me, Cliff, Tanner, and Ty sitting out in this fucking jacuzzi.
We just had,
and it just starts downpouring.
It was the last night. We're like, we might as well. Yeah.
We're like, yeah, we'll go sit out in the jacuzzi, light up, have a good time, and just heavy rain. We're like, this is fine. Like, we're in a hot tub. Like,
You're
you know,
already
we can deal with the rain. We're
It's
already,
like lightning storm in the air.
and then the lightning starts.
Bailey's like, are we gonna get struck by lightning?
No, it was Tanner that kept saying
Oh, yeah, maybe
that.
it was Tanner.
It was Tanner because I'm just sitting there in the
It was
corner.
one
I
of
was
you
like,
bald guys. I couldn't see. It was dark. I just saw
I'm
two
not
bald
bald right
heads.
now. Fuck you.
I thought we went over this, Bailey.
No, you just couldn't see my hairline.
Right. Yeah, that's what it was.
It's too dark. But no, you're sitting there. Tanner's like, we're gonna get hit by lightning. I'm like in the corner, like, nah, dude, it's chill. I'm over there like fucking water bending.
Oh, that was a great time.
Oh, it was a fantastic time.
Yeah, the testing house was great. We went out to dinner as well as a team and shit.
Went out to Fogo de Chao.
Oh, wanted to say, Dylan Dietz, you were fucking right, bro. The service in that place sucked ass, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not good.
We left hungry and shit. Dylan is on the end, like just fucking. Hey, y'all got any pieces? Where's the steak? He's like looking. Where's the? He's getting all the extra fucking shit. You know, he's just starving at the end of our table, getting missed every single time. Not Dylan Dietz. He wasn't there, but our local Dylan. But Dietz told me before, and he's like, dude, don't go there. Don't go to Fogo. The place fucking sucks. And I guess he was right.
Yeah, they like cut us off or something. Like,
Yeah.
it,
At one point, all
It
of
just,
our
like,
all of our
stopped
cards
showing
were
up.
green, and they just stopped. Maybe we just go there a little earlier next time, though. We did go at like 8:15. Got probably seated by like 8:30. You know,
yeah.
I think they closed at 10. So, but
We were getting the scraps.
Or we just go
yeah,
to
it sure as fuck felt like it, bro.
we just go to what was that other place? Rodizio's.
Rhodesios. Half the price, same thing. And way better service.
But yeah, that was fun.
It was a fun time though.
It was just an incredible weekend. It's funny, like this morning, Bailey and Nathan already talking about going to Worlds. Like they already got the itch. It's like,
Dude, not to Worlds.
or sorry, the
to
world
the
premiere.
world premiere.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Of the newest announced set. It was announced at Nats. Rosetta. We're going back to Aria, baby.
I love it. I
What do you-
love it.
What do you guys
After
think about
calling
that?
this set Tales of Mysteria and joking about how this feels very Aria-like, going back to Aria immediately after, let's go.
Yeah,
That's a
We
bold
are
statement.
getting most elemental heroes back.
yeah. How do
or
you
most
how do you
elements
feel about
back.
the most part of that?
Dude,
Because I know
LSS, why? Why? We have
Ice is strong.
an Earth Rune Blade, an Earth Wizard, a Lightning Rune Blade, and a Lightning Wizard.
Mhm.
excited.
What element is missing?
Ice.
Where is it?
It's
I'm sorry, is fucking global warming a thing on Wraith too?
We're
Or is
in
all the ice melting? Where the hell is it?
we're in the summer.
I
Dude,
sure hope
Aria's
so.
all the way up the fuck north, dude. They still got ice.
It melted.
We'll get ice back.
We better.
They're probably just being cautious with it, dude.
The
Like,
only thing that would make it feel worse is if the next ice hero is a ninja.
dude, we've been over this Sub-Zero, bro.
No.
Not wrong.
The
I
Ice
would
Ninja
love it.
would be so
That is
sick.
the one ice hero I will not play.
Oh my gosh. Why? Just because it's a ninja?
Because they're not going to be frostbite focused.
Of course they will. They'll have ways to make
Not a
frostbite.
ninja.
It'll be like on hits, dude.
No.
Yes. Easy. That's so easy. You just slap them on hits.
Boom.
You make like their big ones like fucking 3 frostbite or something crazy, you know, like you could do that.
No. Give me a fucking ice brute, man. Like a fucking abominable snowman.
Make their dagger like a 3-for-1 if it hits frostbite.
Give me the
no go
fucking
again.
abominable snowman.
I'm on the Sub-Zero train. Here.
No.
yeah, I know. You're not
We just got a
convincing us,
talented
Bailey.
ninja.
Do you want
I
to go
know.
over some of these heroes though?
Yeah, dude.
We got Aurora. She is an elemental rune blade. This is the lightning.
We only got 2 of the 4, too.
No, I think we got all. Well, yeah. I guess the
abilities.
text. Yep, you're right. All the art looks crazy, right? Like this is gonna be amazing again. It's Tails, or I mean, it's Arya, and we all know that set was like incredible art wise. But she says, once per turn instant, 2 resources, create an embodiment of lightning token. Activate this only if you've played a lightning card this turn. So yeah, probably just heavy aggro, go again focused, you know?
Yeah.
The Runeblade thing here is a little bit scary.
Did you
Do you
see
want to know what
the?
that lightning blade just screams to me?
What?
Have you boys considered, even fathomed the possibilities of what she entails?
No, what?
The return of Moon's Wish, Sun's Kiss, baby. I'm bringing it
Oh
back.
my god, here we fucking go, dude.
Did you see the Earth and Lightning themed rune chant tokens?
Oh, the different colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
They're so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Did we get? No, we didn't get the Aurora specialization. We got the channel though.
Channel Lightning Valley?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That card looks wild.
What'd it do?
I don't know what's worse, that one or the Earth one that amps, but go ahead and read them.
Channel Lightning Valley is a lightning instant aura. The fact that it's an instant is kind of crazy, right? That's why this
Well,
card's
it's
good.
lightning.
Well, yeah, but like an instant aura in
Prism
a
gets 'em.
Runeblade deck. Well, I guess there's going to be a lightning wizard too, right? So, but anyways, it's 0 cost. It's a yellow pitch. The first time you deal damage to an opposing hero, each turn draw a card. At the beginning of your turn or end phase, put a flow counter. Yeah, it does all the flow
It
counter
does
stuff.
the
Same channel
flow
stuff.
counter stuff.
But yeah, you
But
get to
dude,
just play this at instant speed.
Draw a card
replace
most
itself.
likely. Like
Then it sticks around. You know.
you can probably stick it around for 2 turns.
Yeah, well, it's like channel.
yeah.
Lake Frigid in Icelander, where you get to play it on their
Maybe
turn and then it
3
sticks
sometimes.
around. Pretty crazy, dude. Like, it's gonna be fun to play like these, or like to have like the elements back, right? Well,
Most of 'em.
I'm sorry, Bailey. I know you kind of gave me a look there.
Hey, Ty, does
Listen,
that card specify
I'm not
attack
mad.
or is it just damage per
It
turn?
just says when it deals damage. Do you see her fucking sword too? I don't know if you guys have the art
Sick
pulled
as
up.
shit.
Oh my gosh,
Sick as shit.
dude, the sword looks insane.
So you could flash that aura out and then do the rune blade that pings in arcane damage to replace itself and draw a card.
What?
I guess you'd have
The
to.
Sigil of Suffering. When this defends, deal 1 arcane damage, and then when it deals an arcane, it gets the +1 to defense. If you
Yeah, it
dealt
says
arcane damage.
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, so if you're pinging them on their turn, oh wow, yeah, if you're pinging them on their turn, this is actually fucking insane.
Super good.
So
Holy
Wizard
shit,
might be
yeah,
really
dude.
done with that.
Like a fucking
Well, Cliff just cracked the code.
dude, a fucking sigil from Arsenal, 5-card hand.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, seems good.
Yeah, that sounds nuts.
Yeah. And then we have the Earth Runeblade. Florian. Dude,
This guy seems nuts.
Her sword also looks sick
Oh,
as fuck.
Yeah, is it a?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh.
I think so. But her sword also looks sick as fuck.
She gives me like
Like-
very much necromancer vibes, like Josh
Big
was
time.
saying.
I definitely thought we were
Well,
getting one.
the one Earth action we have also gives me kind of necromancer vibes. But Florian says if there are 4 or more Earth cards in your banished zone, Florian gets if you would create 1 or more aura tokens, instead create that many +1 of each of those tokens. Which is kind of reminiscent of like Viscerai's ability, right? Like with a couple of like, or with some like restriction to it, but it also hits any aura tokens created,
So
including
let's
Embodiment of Earths.
Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have another Briar situation.
Yeah, well, they stack up the embodiments and they're
Like,
just like untouchable.
Sorry, my hand blocks for 20 now. Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one Earth action that we got is Felling of the Crown. And we got a new keyword as well. So it says if there are 4 or more Earth cards in your banished zone, this gets +4. So it attacks for 4, defends for 3 already. So potential to be a 3 for 8.
Yep.
And then it has the new keyword Decompose. When this attacks, you may banish 2 Earth cards and an action card from your graveyard. If you do, each hero puts a card from their hand on the bottom of their deck.
Strong.
Interesting.
I think it's strong.
Amp 3 is just
Well, that's the other one. You want to read that one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
No.
you're looking at the attack action. That's
Yeah.
my bad.
Feeling of the crown. Or
Yeah.
felling of the crown.
Yeah, it's like okay, so it's like a 2-card 8
Yeah.
sometimes.
Conditionally, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this card seems fucking insane when I'm reading it. I just have to make sure before I like. Yeah, so you're basically like ripping a card from hand most times, and it's a 2-card 8, and it blocks for 3. Yeah, there's nothing bad about this card. I don't know. This seems crazy. They gave us some really good spoilers, I think.
Yeah. What about the Earth Channel?
Channel the Millennium Tree.
You want to read
Yeah,
that one?
what it
Josh?
do?
Yeah,
Josh?
I got it. It's a 3 cost, red pitch, block 3. It says, go again. It's an Earth action aura. When this enters the arena and at the beginning of your action phase, amp 3. Channel Earth. At the beginning of your end phase, put a flow counter. It's the same thing as all the others.
What does
but
amp do?
I
'Cause that's
didn't-
also a new keyword.
That's on Kindle, right?
Yep.
I think it's just the next arcane damage effect. It deals an extra 3. Similar.
Is the next
Yeah.
arcane or is it just the next?
That's a good question. The other 2
that
heroes,
shit up,
though,
Bailey.
yeah, pull that shit up, Bailey. The other 2 heroes, we did not get their text, but Acilio and Verdance.
Dude, Acilio's art looks fucking sick.
So
it is the next
they're
arcane
holding out.
damage
They're holding
source.
out on the wizards. Did you read in the little thing they released that this is supposedly their all arcane set? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it said like
Yeah,
all arcane,
yeah.
you know. So we're not actually getting just like
4 wizards.
4 wizards, yeah, and everyone's playing like.
But it is all arcane. Like
Yep.
That they better have. I mean, they're coming out with a set of no room promos for the side events at the world premiere.
cool.
or
dude,
at
I'm gonna be
World.
so stuck between the Earth Wizard and the Lightning Rune Blade.
Dude,
Like they both look sick as fuck.
the Earth. I would say Earth Wizard and Lightning Wizard.
Earth Wizard
intrigue
feels
me a
weird to
bunch.
me in terms of
feel
flavor. What the fuck? Earth Wizard? What are you throwing leaves?
No, rocks.
Yeah, I guess.
Gonna be like fucking tough.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of hard to cast a spell when you got a baseball-sized stone flying at Mach speed at you.
yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. I
Are
just
we
saw
gonna get
Earth
a-
Wizard. I was just
We're
like,
gonna get a rock, a second rock.
Dude, a fucking draconic
Yeah.
draconic Earth Wizard.
Yeah.
Just like
What?
Sparky boom boom man at that point.
You know, this
Now
is
you're
just
talking
a missed
nonsense.
opportunity on a weapon named rock being given to the brute wielding a literal rock, then saving it for like one of the earth elemental
yeah,
heroes.
true that.
Like, come on.
Back
Come on.
back to Acilio. Like, do we have any other non-human heroes?
Data doll.
Oh, they were
Tekla
Teklavastin's human. He just transforms into a suit. It's like
Yeah,
a
but he's
fucking
super
super
AI
dead
robot.
at this point.
Yeah.
Isn't
Well, that's what
Visceri
the-
like a literal...
The suit
like,
in the story, I think,
demon
is like him
Arcanite?
transferring his conscience to the AI robot thing. What'd you say, Low Cliff? Sorry.
Isn't Visceri like some sort of like true Arcanite or something?
He's still human.
I thought he had been like possessed.
Also, John Dash doesn't count. She's a blitz only hero. Or a
Data doll.
data
Hey,
doll.
Come on.
Don't you dare make that a dollar relevant.
No, she did that herself.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I'll remember that.
But no, the Acilio design looks fucking sick.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be cool.
It's gonna be a fun
It's
set.
crazy that they always do this, where like a few weeks after release, like, well, I guess it's been a while now, right? It's been, yeah, it's been a little bit, but you know, we always need that next thing. There's always, now that we get it, now it's just this is all we're thinking about. We're already like past Misfail now.
Was,
It's like,
You know that?
I
you
was
know that
talking to-
dripping sink in the background?
Mhm.
That's LSS.
Mhm.
Dripping stuff in our ear.
I was talking to Cliff about this earlier, but what was Icelander's signature weapon? Was it the Waning Moon or the Kraken's Aether?
it's Kraken's
Kraken.
Ether Vein.
Damn it.
For
Dude,
no reason.
can you imagine Kraken's Aether Vein on the back of like Amp 3?
Yeah.
Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
Amp
that would
targets
be
it. I
so
think
good.
we talked about
Yeah.
that. So in like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. that it's banned because Icelander never really used it. It wasn't really a
No.
signature weapon. That signature weapon
Waning
thing is kind
Moon
of still
was
a
her
weird thing.
signature
Once
weapon in
Moon,
my mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once that weapon came around, why would you have used Kraken's Aether Vein? Waning Moon was just so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess from the LSS standpoint, it makes sense. Like, it was the weapon that she released with, right? But once Waning Moon hit, like, it did not feel like her signature weapon at all. It just, even when it was her only, like, signature weapon, I think most of them just ran Crucible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense that we're getting some elemental stuff back, though. Oh, the fact that it's called Rosetta. Let's hope to God they don't like give Rosetta Thorn back to us.
Please.
They might need it.
No, hell no. No.
I don't think it was Rosetta itself that was too good. I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah, that's such a fucking long and hard debate, dude. That's been everyone either hates it or loves it. You know, it's a great on-rate weapon.
It's beautiful. 1 for 4.
The fact that the set is just called Rosetta.
You think we'll see the
felt
return
weird to
of,
me.
The Duskblade?
No.
No, you could play it in LL. You could play it in LL.
I know,
Oh,
dude.
speaking of LL,
I
God,
wanna
I
play
really
it.
wish there was an LL thing happening at Nats.
Not one.
Yeah, that was too bad. I might have tried to play one of them if there was. Super stoked about skirmishes though. Being able to play LL, that's gonna be awesome. But I think that's pretty much it for spoilers. Yeah, go ahead, Cliff.
Going with the release of the heroes, I was curious about a couple cards to see if they went up in price due to hero ability. And one that kind of got my attention was Poison the Well. Poison the Well is up to about $11, $12 now.
Well, did you see the card that I think? We didn't even
It
talk
was
about
the
it. It's the
Verdance
Earth
specialization?
It's the Earth action. No, it's a Shyana card.
Bruh.
What? It's a Shyana card.
It's a block 3.
Well, you gain 3 life.
Yeah.
And it's blue, right?
Yeah.
I think she
Plus
likes
one.
the other one a lot more.
Well, no, I know. I'm just joking for the most part. But Poison the Well, just you play it against this, and it is lightning bolting them.
We also didn't talk about the Florian specialization either, did we? The Germinate?
That's the one that I think Shanna likes. That one's nuts.
Yeah,
'Cause
Germinate-
you
Shanna
can
likes got-
tackle
Germinate's
that.
it's a blue
Shanna
block
Mountain.
3 that costs XX. Create a rune chant or embodiment of Earth token. Repeat this process X more times. Gain X plus 1 life.
That's a Shyana card, baby, because you can have 2 Teklo cores out when you play that bad bitch.
Shit.
Pitch 6, make 3 rune chants in Shyana, sure.
Also block 3, or is it block 2?
It's a
no,
block
this
3.
is play. This is play from Arsenal. Pitch 12 and then use 12 more.
Oh,
six,
yeah.
4 more.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the 16.
Oh, yeah.
And the other
Gain
one
16 rune chants. Or it'd be 8, excuse me.
Yeah.
That's still fucking crazy.
Yeah. The other one is a Verdance specialization. It's another blue block 3 that costs 1. Gain 1 life, gain 1 life, gain 1 life, go again. It's an Earth Wizard action. Interesting that it's like separate instances of gain 1 life.
So that just like implies to me that they'll make like effects that say each time you would gain life, gain an extra
Kind
or
of like
something. So you can
how
amp
Sonic
it.
Boom picks
Or
up.
like amp,
Yeah.
sort of. Or,
Is it no?
Well,
Sorry,
that makes
Forked
sense.
Lightning.
right.
Why they reworked
Before they
Fork
fixed it.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did fix it. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Is it like, did it feel weird that they released all 4 of the heroes right away? I mean, I guess they didn't give us all of the text on them, but like, it felt kind of weird to me that they're just like, here's all of them. Like, do we
Unless
think
it's
there's
not
going to be
all of
maybe some
them.
hidden ones? Like, we're going to get more?
If they're hiding the last element,
It felt really weird to me that
but
they
also, I
would
think
give
it
us every
hit-
single one.
I think it hits the number of heroes they promised this year, though.
Well, I mean, did you guys actually, like, I know you're saying it was a Shyana card, but did you read, like, what that can do in Florian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you create 12?
Yeah, you get to make extra embodiments. for each. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's like nuts.
It's not just embodiments; it's rune chance too.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
So if you're building it
Yep.
double, I mean, you're just pumping damage out.
Dude, the Florian one is
Mavrian
like separate
size,
instances of
run
create
that whole
the
thing.
token too. So like if you have the Florian ability turned on,
It's like an earth banishing deck, or you want cards in your
Yeah.
banish to like eat it up. Like
So
like if you
Artivore
pitch
probably
6
just
to
goes
it,
right
you
into
still
her.
get
Probably.
6 tokens out of it
Mhm.
if the Florian ability's on.
yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking
Yeah, it goes to
6
12.
embodiments, dude.
It's not just 6.
Got a true
it goes
defensive
to
rune
6.
blade
It's
here.
double X.
Yeah, but
So
it gets
without the
multiplied
ability,
by 1 each time you create.
yeah. So
one.
if you pitch 6 to it with the ability on, you would get 6 rune chance.
Yeah, so it'd be at 12.
No.
No, you'd get 3 for pitching 6.
Yeah.
Where we're getting the number 6 from is the Florian activations.
Because it would just double the 3 to
Yeah.
a 6, so then it's on rate more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still nuts though,
'Cause it's
dude.
a XX
It's
cost.
gonna be a defensive rune blade, just like the fucking Briar deck that like kicked Briar out.
That came out of
It's
nowhere.
it's gonna be some crazy defensive rune blade.
Still-
super value town. Although value towning right now is not
Huge.
the time. No, it seems like the most terrible meta to be trying to play value. You're just like getting ran over by
Go ahead
fucking
and play
everything.
With a KO or a Zen going
That's
off and
what I
doing
mean.
their
They
thing.
they just are so overrate every fucking turn. They're just like saying, I don't care about any value blocking. Like I don't know. It's tough trying to block right now in this meta. Playing Victor or fucking Tekloas, and Bailey bought 2 CNCs. He comes over to me in the middle of the conventional. He pulls out his little top loader. It's got 2 CNCs and a singularity in it. And I was like, no, you fucking did not. Finally
I
got your
did.
CNCs. How's it feel? Does it feel good?
I didn't want to.
I know. They're white border at least. Fucking dick.
I was stuck between that or buying 2 foil CNCs.
Brother, what's that?
But yeah, I did. I'm looking at Teklo pieces,
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
but it's also not like a very Teklo friendly meta right now.
Well, just wait. Let me figure it out, dude. I
But-
gotta play some more Enigma, play some more Zen. Honestly,
But I think what matters more to me at this point is having fun with the deck I'm playing.
Yes.
And I have been having a ton of fun playing Teklo.
you're just a little burnt out on Azalea.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. No, like I said, I think I'm just gonna take a week off from the armory. I think a lot of us are.
Yes.
So
I
it'll
don't think
like
I
a
will be there
slow
this weekend.
in
Yeah.
general. But take a weekend off from the armory. I think I'm gonna order some of the Teklo pieces.
I have some
Get
for
that built.
trade.
Yeah. What do I have that you want though?
Marvels, probably. Misfilled cards I don't have.
Oh, dude. No, I sold to get my CNCs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You just went and sold out all your good shit.
Yeah.
Got paid 50%. Yeah, it happens though. It happens. Gosh, I saw our old judge Chris Bates there. He's got a stack of empty top loaders. I'm like, no, what'd you do? He's like, 2K, dude. Yeah, he sold out.
That's fair.
Old Outcast Haven guy, Jason, he was there. He sold out.
Did he?
Yeah, I saw him. Came up to him, say hi. Yeah, it's cool. Got to see a lot of friendly faces. The local scene in Minnesota is pretty hype. I mean, we're pretty big, pretty competitive. It's really awesome to see Rothermel in the finals of Nats. You
time.
know, hometown.
Deserved it.
God, really, you know, it was such a good
He
and
could have
close
been
game.
the hometown hero. And
No,
he
no,
went
no,
to
no, dude.
Hometown zero against
No,
him.
no, don't say that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He always does so freaking well locally, and then like
Oh, yeah.
you see him in these pro tours, and it's just the same. It's just the same. It's like
yeah.
Good.
it's kind of crazy that like he'd make it to the finals at, you know, or in his backyard
Yeah.
essentially.
No,
defending
dude
home
is-
turf, you
Dude
know.
is crazy good.
Yeah.
I've never done well enough to play against him, but the stories from Ty make it sound not fun.
Oh, he's just very good player. Shout out to all the players that if you guys recognize us and we missed your name or whatever, like, you know, the whole weekend we ran into just great people. even when we were losing, we were still picking each other up, having
Yep.
a great time, rooting each other on. Like, and that's what it's all about, like.
Just stay positive.
Yeah, man. Well, because like we said before with our team discussion, we're not really too serious or strict on performance. Like, yeah, we test a lot. Yeah, we love this game. We want to do
I don't know.
well.
Once again, after this weekend, Nathan did have a talk with me about cutting me from the team. So.
I
Can
did
he do
want
that? Can he even do
something
that?
on.
He is the
players that we
JCR.
played for.
He has some authority.
Go ahead, Cliff.
I played Cass Mulder again. You probably recognize the name because he does do commentating and stuff like that for some of the bigger events in Fab. But this is the second time I played him at a table, and once again he mocked me.
Was he on Levia?
And yeah, he was on Levia, and I was trying to get him to that point where he couldn't transform. You get them below the 13 and you turn it off, right?
Yep.
He blocked out, and then he's like, all right, take 2 from Blood Debt. And I went, oh, no. Because he was at 15, so that 2 put him right to 13 and triggered the transformation.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, it was game over. Also, fun fact, Shadow Realm Horror into a Shadow Realm Horror is a feel-bad moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
7 go again, 7 go again,
Yep.
right? Don't they get pumped and all that stuff?
Yep, and then play more cards from Banished. Following that up with a Blood Rush turn also feels bad.
Jeez, dude. That fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
after the game, I asked him what I could do different. He's just like, it kind of looked like you had the right idea. Try to use the trap pings to get me below that 13 points so I can't transform.
Mm-hmm.
His math was just good, though. He got there.
You guys have any other memorable kind of moments maybe on the weekend before we close out, or
No,
Or
I've been trying to
anything?
forget it.
Anything? Yeah.
No, in all
um,
seriousness, I know I've said it already, but like it was a great weekend.
Mhm.
I will say I was a big fan of the resource tokens.
Dude,
they had for
yes, the
The
fucking
Murica with
Murica, yeah.
with the eagle mullet.
I think the most ironic
didn't
thing
like
about that was the dudes that were selling them were the fucking British. Like I walk up to the table.
Fuck yeah.
I walk up to the table to get mine, and the dude turns down. He's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello."
That's awesome.
Dude, that's
fucking
just
awesome.
outsourcing production. That's America as fuck.
I mean,
That's what happens. 200 years ago, we were dumping tea into a harbor, and now we got them working for us. Let's go, baby.
I did want to shout out a few more of the people that we sponsored. I just wanted to say thank you to Caleb Shipman. Ran into him a couple times, gave him a shirt. That was dope. Mike Clark, he's from Canada. Him and I have chatted a few different times. He was at Fogo, actually, with one of our locals, Ben Cumming, and a table of guys.
yeah, I saw
I know.
the Flesh and Pod guys out there
Yeah?
with
At Fogo?
Matt. Yeah,
They were at Fogo?
with Matt Tickle and
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tickle. I think Tickle
Stephen
knows those
Cookus.
guys. Yeah. I saw a couple of the guys. You know, it was funny because like I saw a lot of content creators, and I did a really bad job at like self promoting and like going up to people and introducing myself. On Sunday though, like I was just like, all right. I told myself, like, if I see someone and it's just like an okay moment for it, and it's not like I'm just like interjecting in a group of people, I'm going to say hi to some people. And I said hi to Roger Bodie, Taylor Crawford as well, I think, over by the bathrooms. It was just like, is that funny, Bailey? Is that funny?
Played a game with them.
No. Oh, maybe I'm sorry. It was like his brother, I think.
Man's just
Nathan.
trying to, like,
Nathan.
take a
It was
shit,
it was the
and
other
ties up
guy.
there
Is the
like,
car-
"Hey,
Shut the
you
fuck
listen to the podcast?"
Oh, it's been a long one, boys. Shut the fuck up. Also, Ken, one of our locals, dude, fucking missed him all weekend. He placed 4th in the commoner event. Shout out to you, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. He came really fucking close, I hear. And yeah, he's actually local to Minnesota.
Yep.
And so it was kind of sad I didn't get to meet up with him and give him a shirt. But I owe you one, dude. So I'll get it to you somehow. I'll give it to Alex or something. I think I know you said you play with Alex, so we'll get Alex a shirt for you. Yeah, I think that's about it though, boys.
It was a good weekend to kind of close the episode. I think there was nothing bad that we can really say about Nationals.
No, it was awesome.
Except
Come back.
Don't make that
Performance.
face, Bailey. You had a good time.
I hope they just do like majors like once a year here, so we can just continue to do like a calling.
I mean, we had a good
or
representation.
a battle hardened.
You know,
But
a lot of numbers.
it was a fun time interacting with everyone. I imagine we'll see a lot of people down at the world premiere in Florida.
Yeah, I know some of us are going. I don't know. Trying to bring that up the morning after my wife is like
Well,
a
you don't
tough
have to. It's in
ask.
September.
That's true.
You know,
But that's still only like
you know what you do is
yeah, right. Yeah,
you,
we're not
you
pulling
buy
Josh.
you buy the plane tickets now,
No.
and then go. I don't know. You got to do something in between, you know. But no, I know.
You know, I once heard a statement that dealt with forgiveness then permission or something along those
True.
lines.
Yeah,
So-
something,
I thought
something
you said it
forgiveness,
was
something,
okay.
something permission.
I thought you said it was okay. I'm gonna be gone. It's just a weekend.
Why don't you guys get a wife and tell me how that goes?
It's like, well, hey,
Josh
hey,
knows.
hey,
Enjoy.
hey.
Enjoy.
You'll hear it.
I don't know, dude. It's rough out there. I got like a
I
whole
know,
ass fucking
dude.
spotlight on my
With
forehead.
that
and I
fucking
still
hairline, I
can't.
don't know what you're gonna pull out there, brother.
Hey,
Except for maybe a.
I know some hair growth stuff. That's right now.
Whatever the latest plane Boeing makes, it's going to mistake it for a landing strip.
Yeah, they've been mistaking a lot of things for landing strips lately.
Okay, Jesus. All right, boys, let's get the fuck out of here.
So bad. Hey,
Thank you for joining our episode. We appreciate you guys tuning in and all the new listeners, hopefully, that stuck it through this episode.
We are recording pretty late for us.
Yeah.
We had to kind of maneuver this episode in. We couldn't do our normal Sunday nights because of the convention and the battle hard and stuff. So,
Yep.
we should have just done it at the convention.
well,
center.
our pod is called Big Deck Energy. I don't know if we brought all the most energy this episode.
no,
but
dude, I
hope
brought the
we-
fucking smallest deck energy that you could bring this weekend.
Well, you
It
just
was
got off
rough.
work, dude. You worked a whole shift.
Dude, I don't know if it was like cold or something
like
and like a
2
little
a.m.
shriveled
almost.
up, but it was the fucking smallest deck energy I've ever had.
Just like your azalea deck with sand scour, or
That's what I'm talking about. The sand scour had nothing to do with it.
I thought you were talking about your real deck energy,
No,
not your.
no, dude. No. What?
Did you not get the joke?
Dude, I'm
Dude,
old,
was it
dude,
with
apparently.
you or with like Ben or something? Someone like walked up to us while we were wearing our BDE shirts and they're like, "Does that mean what I think it means?" And we're like, "Well, kind of, but
That was during the Team Sealed.
yeah."
The guy looks at it and goes, We're just like, yeah. And he's like, is that truly what it means? And Bailey's like,
It's
Yeah.
open to interpretation.
just literally just goes, and just,
Depends on who's
slams it side to
asking.
the side. It was beautiful. I was like laughing at the end of the table, like damn near crying.
Those
was
side
good.
events are great though for that type of shit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really get a chance to like
Dude, I had
enjoy
so
that
many
part of
great
it.
interactions
like, in
at, like the
Vegas.
side events.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing. Everyone
Dude.
was just there to have a good time. Well, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Try to stay positive, baby. Don't get down on yourself.
I will say,
Bailey.
I don't think for those T-shirts, I don't think my family was prepared for the logo on the back. They hadn't seen it before. So when I walk in the house and my grandma and grandpa are there for the Father's Day dinner and I turn around, they were both, needless to say, a little bit startled.
What the?
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Well, why don't we get the fuck out of here, boys? We appreciate everyone.
Yeah, it's like fucking 1:30 a.m.
We are tired going through our serotonin.
Tired boy.
But you can always join the Discord. It's always in the show notes. We always interact there and talk to everyone, all the locals that you've talked to with our shirts. They're all on there, and we just enjoy a good time. You can also send us an email at bigdeckenergycast@gmail.com. You can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and a few other sites, actually. Can't name them, but they're there.
We out there.
But we appreciate it. We always like to say, signing off. Peace.
See ya.
As always, it's a pleasure.